And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, before we even start this thing.
Yeah.
We've already started. It's too late now. Before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Yes.
Rachel,
Uh-huh.
you want to say the names?
I would love to say the names.
Good, because if I say them, they're going to get mad.
We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, Orient_Tiger, and Chris Sones. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you so much. You help us make a better show for everyone. We really appreciate it. Tell me about your Christmas, Rachel.
So, my Christmas was very, very low-key, very chill. It consisted of me staying in my house, not going anywhere to see anyone, no one coming to see me. I slept in, and then for traditional Christmas dinner, I made tacos. And then I had a stout and just hung out around the house and did some hobby stuff.
So jealous. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. That sounds like a completely wonderful Christmas to me.
All of my friends that have asked me how was my Christmas, because they know that I'm like up here. My family's pretty far away, and there's no way that I'm traveling right now. Yeah. But obviously, like, you don't want to invite a bunch of people to your Christmas because of the state of the world that we're in right now.
Yeah.
So everyone has been asking me, like, how was your Christmas, Rachel? Did you this like concern?
Did you cry in the mirror and just did you put out lit matches on your arm just to feel something?
I was like, no, man, like, I slept in. I didn't have to, like, it snowed here on Christmas Day, so the roads were kind of like icy and kind of slushy. I didn't go anywhere. I made the food that I wanted to eat. And then I just did exactly what I wanted to do. And everyone that I've explained this to, they're like, oh my God, that I wish I could have done that. That sounds so good.
Yeah, you live in the fucking dream. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Anyone came to you like, are you okay, Rachel? I was like, yeah, I fucking slam dunked this shit.
I think, like, when they first asked me, I think they're like, oh, poor Rachel, all by herself on Christmas. And then after I explained, I just did, exactly what I wanted to do. They're like, God, that sounds good, actually. Now that you explain it, that sounds like I wish that could have been my Christmas. But that was what I did. It was just really, really nice. I had like 5 days off of work in a row, which was amazing. It was great. I still got paid for them. It was really nice.
Yeah, your description feels like a large middle finger that just kind of swings back and forth amongst everyone.
So, how was your Christmas, Dees?
I got Spider-Man for Christmas.
Oh, which Spider-Man game?
Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate, so it has both of them in there.
Oh, nice.
The PS5 upgraded version, so they're both polished.
Very nice. I definitely want to play those.
You know what? They're not hard. They're very easy games, but there's something therapeutic about web slinging. I just literally just solve fucking bad shit that's happening in front of me. I don't even do the story right now. I know I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of swinging around, and like, they're like, oh my God, someone stole a car. I'm like, I'll handle it. And then I like swing down there like fucking, it's just great. Like, I'm doing tricks now. Like when I'm swinging, there's like a mechanic where you can like use square to kind of do like spins and shit and you get experience for doing them.
Oh, cool.
So it's like Tony Hawk, but as Spider-Man. And it's awesome. Like, swinging around just feels good. I don't think I've ever played a game where I felt like walking was entertaining. that's what it is, though. It really does feel like, I don't know. There's something about the motion of it, and the physics are great. Okay, so like, I'm just gonna nerd out for a second.
Sure.
You swing, right? And if you just swing every time you're at the end of your swing, you just kind of go in a straight line, and that's fine. But if you wait till you get right up to the very top of your web swing and then release, then you fall, and then right as you reach a certain part of the fall, you hit it again right where you'd swing, and then hold the whatever the web until you're swung all the way like a pendulum to the other side and back up, and then release it. The speed that you gain falling, the acceleration, right, gets turned into the web swing, and then you get going really fast. So like, yeah, and then I don't know, it's amazing. The web swinging is so good. I don't know how to explain. I've played other Spider-Man games. The web swinging is not as good. This is lights out. Literally, this could just be a game, and I would be fine with it. I'd pay $20 just to web swing and have no story. like a web swinging Spider-Man simulator. And there's suits and shit like that. It's great. So good.
Nice.
And they even they put like these little science puzzles in. Right? These they're not really, it's just supposed to emulate science. Like you're in a lab and you have to fix the circuit board.
Okay. So
they give you like 15 pieces and you have to assemble them. It's like little puzzles. You know I like puzzles.
Yes.
So it's like puzzles and web slinging. It's just good. It's just good.
That sounds like just a nice game to kind of just like chill out and.
Yeah, I was doing that earlier. I was just like stopping people from getting their car stolen and beating the shit out of some dudes with machine guns. It was great.
Nice.
Okay, so I had like 35. Okay, so you're Spider-Man, so you're way more powerful than regular people. Right? So I was like, someone said there's a mugging, right? So I'm like, oh shit, I better go down this alley and stop this mugging. This lady's getting mugged.
Right.
So I show up and I'm expecting a guy with a gun mugging an old lady. And I get there and it's like 35 dudes with machine guns.
They wanted
robbing an old lady.
They wanted that purse.
And I'm just thinking like, what in the fuck? And I'm like, in my head, I know they had to put that many people there because I'm Spider-Man and I'm going to beat the shit out of one guy. But how did she not give up the purse already? Like, there are 35 dudes with machine guns pointed at her in an alley. Give them the fucking purse.
Right.
Right? What are you holding that? What is in that purse? Oh, it was mine. Anyway, I'm having a good time with it.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go ahead and go to this week's episode? It's been a couple weeks, but we are back to Dragon Heist.
Yeah. Sorry, I was excited. We've been away for a minute.
So this is Dragon Heist episode 39, Double Trouble.
Double Trouble.
Yep.
Like the gum.
Like the gum. Double Troublement.
Have fun.
I believe we left off on Zod's ship.
Zord, right?
Zord.
If it was Zod's ship, we'd all be kneeling.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah,
it's
it was-
Zord's
it was
ship,
Zord.
then we all have to come together to defeat the dragon. The dragon
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah, no, you guys were on Zord's ship. You guys were talking. You guys had just. You guys left Adri upstairs with Zord by herself. With all the mechanics, or with all the Nibblerites. You two went downstairs to interrogate the elven assassin that was the drow that was killing elves.
Right.
You went upstairs, leaving Nate alone to deal with, or to play with, not play with, what the fuck?
Divide and conquer.
With
All right.
myself?
Yes. I got it written down here somewhere.
Felbreck.
Felbreck.
Yep.
And I was having a delicious bowl of sandwiches.
And you were able to get certain information out of him. because you guys played the con game of, like, hey, how could you? He slipped on this, this, and this, and do you guys remember what information you got out of him?
Do you, D-Walk?
I'm trying to recall. I
This is why we didn't want to do it while we were tired.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that the prisoner down in the brig was the drow responsible for killing all the elves. We knew that
Right.
Zord was holding him and was going to kill him instead of turning him over to the authority. Yeah, but he was still loyal nonetheless.
So we decided to play the angle at the subordinate as opposed to the captive.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then I ran upstairs to go and confront somebody and made a scene about it. Then you went up to him,
confronted him
about it, trying to get information on him while the elf in the back was all,
Okay. My notes say you guys left off on Zord's ship. The drow you guys figured out was actually just a racist drow. Zord is after the treasure. Cedric has been revealed to know Zord because you guys saw him on the ship better than you guys realized. And the dead bodies from the fireball were taken to the City of Dead, which is where Cedric's on his way to. You guys were also found out that Zord is trying to buy himself a seat in the Lord's Alliance. As a member of Luskan, since Luskan has never been represented on the Lord's Alliance, he is trying to buy himself a seat there.
He's trying to become the Mega Zord. The Lord Zord.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm out of my depth here. I have no idea what's going on.
And we're also... Did we check the other two? Yeah, we did. We checked all.
Yeah, you checked the Nimblerites. All three. Okay. I'm sorry. Your buddy Nimrod plus the other 3 of Zords are all on the ship, and you have checked them. And Nimrod has told you guys that they're not made like I am.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I am the superior model.
Were we able to determine if any of them were missing? We had determined they weren't, right?
Right. None of them had left Zord's ships.
Okay.
So the missing Nimblewright that you guys know of is still in your guys' top suspect pool.
Okay. Well, I think maybe the best bet is to go back to our house. So I don't have to be on this boat anymore with the creeps.
Refresh my name again. What did we decide to nickname our Nimblewright?
Nimrod.
Nimrod, that's right. Right. So we know that it's Nimrod's doppelganger.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's as good a course as any. Go back, regroup.
You should call him a sprocket ganger. Because he's a robot clone.
I think we've got a better chance of getting Princess Ward to stick, but
yeah, that's probably true. I think it has stuck. I think it has, and I think the more Rachel thrashes against the idea, the funnier it becomes.
I agree.
And the more reinforced it becomes. Because I know it's called Castle Ward, right? But I had to think about that for a second. Right? Because there's the C ward, the C word, and Castle Ward is C ward.
Right.
So Princess Kingdom.
Yeah.
PK.
Yeah.
Straight out of PK, bro.
Just rolls right off the tongue.
Right.
I think so.
PK. You rolling into PK, bro? You grab me a latte? Latte into PK. Oh my God, that'd be the worst gangster rap. I'm a rich girl. I'm done with this. I've lost interest. Count mad ponies, bro.
Every day is a sweet 16 party. Oh. All of that just makes me sick. All right. No, I think like I said, I think you're right. Our best bet is to go back and regroup. Also, I think it would be interesting to see if anything else has gone down since we left after the explosion.
At this point, you guys are all together upstairs on Zord's ship. Yeah. You guys decided to leave.
Yes.
Okay. Zord's like, so soon?
Well, it's getting late.
We haven't served the octopus yet.
Haven't we already had dinner?
That was a
Did
course
we not
I was.
have dinner?
That was a course I was personally planning on skipping anyway. So
I know. That's fine. I had to. Sorry. But yes, we've already had dinner.
They get like in a to-go box for Rain.
I'm making a to-go box of steaks. He said he had to make them special. No one else was going to have them.
Please.
So I'm just going to take a duffel bag and throw some steaks in there.
I was going to say, by to-go box, you mean your pockets?
I mean, whatever I could turn my helmet upside down.
Will someone get him a box, please? We don't need him to. No, we don't need steak armor.
The outside is seared. What's going to matter? Not going to matter. You guys are so. He's just looking around at you guys as you guys are like boxes and get him a to-go thing. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you, soft motherfuckers? He
just smiles.
Traipsed through the sewer up to our knees, getting our leather trousers completely soaked in fucking poo fume. Just gunked and stabbed, and our wounds are all infected, and I gotta fix all that crap. But you guys are like,
now you're storing steaks in that same armor that you
sweat in?
So it's like, you guys are how deep in it?
Pretty deep. Well, Rachel, this is a different game, so we don't know. But in this one, I'm assuming we've already been in the sewer once.
Yeah.
So we didn't, investigate like Kavir did to make sure, the poo density. But I'm assuming there's some poo in the sewer.
It is the sewer. 20 flushes or 20 flushes.
Shit rolls downhill and through tubes is what I'm saying.
So, but I was like, yeah, I'll have him bring a dinghy over and we'll have you guys back to port.
Thank you.
He said ring a dinghy. He said ring a dinghy. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm focused.
Focus.
Oh, I could make an old man joke here, but I'm not. I'm just gonna
let it fade to dust.
Can I hear the old man joke, please?
No, I just imagine him there just being a cut scene to Lily Tomlin at a switchboard calling for a ringy dingy, and no one will know what I'm talking about, and that's okay.
You can update it for Moe's Bar, and you can get a whole younger audience. Is there a ringy dingy here?
You don't know who Lily Tomlin is?
I'm gonna Google.
I'm trying to think of something you would have seen her. She was in West Wing. She was the replacement assistant to the president.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes, that joke goes way back to 1967, even before I was born. So not by much, but a little. That's okay. I'm completely derailed. See, I told you I was just going to let it lie. I shouldn't even have said that.
Old is so weird now. We've shifted our old. Old used to be really fucking old. What was the thing that Jake was talking about? That boop boop music? You know that shit you hear in Fallout before things get real bad?
Like, okay. Like big band music?
Yeah, big band. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's less big band and more like, I don't know, simplistic boops. Never mind. Let's continue with this game. We have to do this. I'm sorry. I needed to hear the old man joke.
14 seconds of content.
Hey,
you're welcome.
That's 14 seconds of quality.
We should play this game. Rachel, thanks for derailing us.
Sorry.
There was a D&D game?
What?
Where? Huh?
No, we all checked with Rachel today to ask if it was game day.
Squirrel.
I know. Like all of you. All of you asked today if we were playing Dragon Heist.
I was just making sure because we swap back and forth. I like it when we play the same game so I can get in the character.
I was just making sure we were still playing tonight. So.
Well, to be fair, we haven't yet. So
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
Well, let's go back to our house where we have multiple assistants, a ghost butler, a now robot friend, and a little girl who's been traumatized by blood and gore.
All right.
Severed heads.
Great.
Sounds good. So you guys take the small boat right back to the docks. You guys make your way back. As you guys reach back to your Trollskull Manor, to your guys' abode, you see a number of guards actually outside.
Still?
The crowd has been dispersed. Everything is that, but you have almost a full squad of 12 outside and 2 mages. Is it Johnny Applejack ass?
This can't be related to the explosion because the explosion happened in the morning and we just left from dinner.
That's why I'm saying, I mean, either there's a lot more going on than we were aware of, or these are the most inept guards and mages ever.
Yeah, hey, let's see if I can spot Johnny Jorkenjunger. Whatever.
Yes, Barnabas Blastwind is
Barnabas
there.
Bilge Blowhole. Old Barry Biscuit butt.
He's actually the one standing at your guys' door. Most of the guards are kind of just like standing around outside. You see a couple of them like kind of moving their toes like they've been there a fucking while. You can definitely see the footprints in the ground that these fuckers have been there probably an hour or so.
So, what are you guys doing here?
Look over.
You need a room?
Sir, they're here. They all kind of look up, and they're all kind of. The minute you guys get there, they stiffen up. They take a more serious approach. Some of the guards are looking at you sorrowful, Kavir, and Barnabas comes walking down. He looks over the other mage. The other mage is like, "You're telling me I cannot arrest him?" And Barnabas is like, "Not at this time." He's like, 3 things. You've never seen the Raven out of his armor. And I'm assuming that he's been with you 2 all day.
Yes.
That's correct.
So he wasn't with the kid.
What kid?
Your brother is under arrest. There is a warrant for his arrest.
He's 12.
And he was there when they murdered 2 of the clerics at the Temple of Gond.
What?
I'm sorry. Would you repeat that in my good ear?
There was an assault on the Temple of Gond today. Someone that looks a lot like, he points over at Raven, at Kavir. He's like, and your brother. But one for thing is, the weapon was not any style that you ever used. Which 1 didn't make sense, and 2, your handiwork's not that way. If you're going to kill somebody, Kavir, that's not how you do it.
At what time did this occur?
3 hours ago.
We were on the ship.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. You have 2 witnesses claiming that you weren't here.
We actually have more than that because we have others that can vouch for our whereabouts for the last several hours.
So, like I'm telling my magistrate brethren here, the other mages look kind of looking annoyed. He's like, he can't arrest you. He doesn't have enough facts.
Who is this guy talking right now?
Barnabas.
Really?
He's like, I deal in facts.
Well,
if I had the facts to arrest you, I would, but we don't. And I've done enough research on you this morning to know that this was not your style. Like, A, have you ever been out of your armor?
I tend to sleep in it.
The man that went in there was in a long coat, no armor. He also wielded a black knife. Again, not your style. You like to bash heads with that shield.
Well, I prefer not to bash anything, but yeah, I mean, I suppose that's better than a knife.
Plus, you've been around these 2 all day.
Where's my brother?
And that's where we don't know. There's a warrant for his arrest in the city, and we can't find your father either. But I digress. No report said they said you were there this morning, but the three of you left together. As thus, I'm assuming the two of you have been with him all day.
Who was attacked at the temple?
The priest. She was a dragonborn.
We spoke with her earlier today.
That's what we got from the temple when we went there.
Is she okay?
She's dead. They removed an artifact from a storeroom deep in the temple.
Do you know what it was?
Supposedly, from what we're understanding, it was a magic item. It was a artifact that transfers magical properties from one item to another. But
and that's now missing.
Yes.
Well,
I'm gonna walk over to one of the other kind of like, I don't know, a soldier I would trust, like a workaday guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, when you get a minute, when you're off shift, go talk to Anders for me. You know Anders?
Sergeant Anders in the docks.
Yeah, get him to come by.
Understood.
Well, as nice as it's been having you guys around to hassle us again, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the property.
Yeah, and you need to look more into what happened because my brother wouldn't do something like that.
I have 6 witnesses saying that it was him.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, 6 people have never been wrong ever about anything. If 6 people believe it, that's enough for me.
Speaking of belief and what people see, do any of you have anything about the survivor from the blast this morning?
The survivor.
We were under the impression everyone was dead. That's what we were told.
One of the witnesses claimed she saw a survivor limping away.
What'd they look like?
He looked at you, smiled at you. Then you didn't hear about it. Then you didn't know about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. We were busy doing real work.
Understood. Then enjoy. And you said you had other witnesses tonight.
Yes.
And where was this?
On a boat.
Real work on a boat.
It was a boat. I mean, it was a boat. I'm going to look at the other two and think it was a boat, right?
We were guests of Captain Zord as part
The
of the
circus
Sea
entertainer.
Yes.
I guess
We had dinner with him this
really my
evening.
thing.
He and just about everybody
you're right.
on board his ship can perfectly vouch for our whereabouts.
He raised hands. You wouldn't give me his name if he wasn't going to vouch.
That is correct.
I do not need to go see Zord. But enjoy your real work with the circus entertainer.
Are you leaving yet? Feels like you should be.
I go where the law takes me.
I think there's some criminals somewhere else you should go look into. I mean, I heard 6 people talking about it. So you might
Right?
wanna look
Her
into
brother
that.
and whoever he was with.
My brother is not a criminal.
I mean, he's
You
a
keep
little
saying
bit
this,
of a
miss.
criminal.
He's very annoying, but he wouldn't do something like that.
You understand the destruction tally we have on him with the city guard?
But he's never hurt anyone. More than like
he fireballed a student at the Mage Academy.
Okay, but that kid was fine.
After the clerics got
And
to
he
him.
was asking for it. Don't forget that. There you go. That's a great way to make your case, by the way.
He's like, all right, we're done here.
I'll have you talk to my lawyer, Rudolph Giuliani. It could have
At
been
the
Deb.
Four Seasons.
Yeah, at the Four Seasons Armory.
Yeah. Four Seasons Armory and Stablery. Yes.
A fertilizer depot.
Boy, Rain really had to resist doing the dad thing where he just kind of put his hand over Adri's mouth like, no, you're making it worse. Just stop. Just stop. Trust me. I know a thing or two. Stop.
I like this interaction I'm having with Brian Bilge Blower.
Can't believe you haven't used the name Barbed Anus.
No.
It's just
What's
right
his
there.
Barnabas.
Barnabas.
It's Barnabas, like
Yeah, so
fucking Collins, right?
Barbed Anus would be.
And what was his last name again?
Last one.
Blast wind.
Blast wind.
Ass blast.
Bernard farts. I'm gonna remember.
Bernard farts. Sounds like an anchor on CNN.
Hi, this is Bernard Farts, and this is CNN.
Breaking news, I've shit my pants.
Breaking news, I've shit his pants.
This is Barnes blasting, and that grinds my gears.
Do we have two sources? I put both my hands down there. Yes, two sources.
So he moves the guards out, and the one mage keeps looking back. He's like, "We still should take him, Justin." Like, Barnes was like, "No, you don't have enough evidence."
That's very nice of you, Barney.
He looks back. You have a good day, Kavir. Or night.
I mean, yeah, that's how it works. I don't know if they taught you that at investigator school. One follows the other. Speaking of things that follow the other, your feet. Did you get those moving?
We're leaving.
Very slowly.
The way you keep pushing, almost seems like you're guilty. I might have to leave the magistrate here to keep questioning you.
Look, you take me in if you need to, but when it's proven wrong, it's not going to make me look bad. It's going to make you look bad. So do what you got to do, man. I don't want to schedule your tier of incompetence. You do what you feel like you need to get wrong today, and then, schedule some more wrong for tomorrow. But
I don't want to take away from your circus time.
I didn't want to go there. I was against it the whole time.
You picked up a new friend, I see.
I got a bag of steaks though out of it. The whole thing. Very good.
Who's your small little friend in the hat?
His name's Nimrod.
Nimrod just stands there. He's like, all right. He leaves. Takes the guards with him and the other mage.
I'm like, get in the house, Nimrod.
And Nimrod's like, all right. Or now he doesn't speak. He just moves. So you guys are in your house? What are you doing?
Yeah. Going in the house before any more crimes happen with my name on it.
You called him Barney, and now I'm envisioning Barnabas as Barney Fife from the Andy Griffith Show. Just
we're just out here investigating.
Yeah. We're going to have to nip this fireball problem in the bud. God,
that's not who I was thinking.
But now I just envision him as Don Knotts. Well, I mean, we've already got the Scooby-Doo thing going. We've already kind of, we've got the ghost butler, we've got the robot. Now we've got, guest star Don Knotts as the weird mage. So yeah, it's all coming together.
That'd be a solid ass show though, to be for real.
I would watch the fuck out of that. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you.
Don Knotts as a wizard? I'm over here trying to cast magic missile.
That would be a great, think about it, like a great 60s 70s era Disney movie, like the reluctant wizard or something, or
Andy Griffith plays a fighter.
The world's most pacifist fighter in the world. Yes.
Yeah, he's a monk fighter. Okay, so we're indoors now.
Well, I mean, there is this connection right now between, we already know Nimrod has a doppelganger. He actually created it. So we already know that there's another version of him running around starting trouble. So the fact that there are potentially other versions of both, Kavir and Victor, I don't know that we'd go down that route.
Can I ask another question before we leave? Before Barney leaves?
Yeah.
Did they the guy they reported, did he have both of his eyes?
You talking about the one in the coat?
Yeah.
Eyes.
His eye.
No one mentioned about his eyes missing.
I'm gonna take my.
They did say there was a purple eye on his coat.
I'm gonna lift my eye patch up. I have like a dead white eye. With
gross.
I know.
Manners, Miss Adri, manners.
I'm gonna put it back down.
No, I mean, it's gross in a cool way.
Yeah, he had both his eyes. No one said he was missing his eyes or wearing an eye patch.
There you go. Seems like a weird thing to, gain my eye back, do a murder, and then, you know, especially if all I had to do is cover it, right?
Why do you think I stopped him from arresting you?
I'm just making the point.
No, you feel free to. Your integrity was attacked.
I mean, not really. I don't feel bad about any of this.
All right.
I didn't do anything. So like my integrity, like they can shout shit on my name. They've done that before. I'm not surprised when the guards come looking for me and trying to pin trouble on me. It's not surprising to me. It's, you know, the cost of doing business, I suppose. But I'm just letting you know, soldier to soldier, ex-soldier to what's soon to be, you know, because of your incompetence, ex-soldier, that it wasn't me. So you're on the right track. Don't lose that. Don't lose that thread. You know, get 5 of your closest friends that hold on to it for you.
The more you talk, the more I learn about you. The more you reveal.
What's that? I'm literally the guy who tells the truth every time. You don't have to, you know, work very hard.
No, that's why I knew you were innocent. This time.
I'm gonna gesture to that guy I told to get Anders, and I'm gonna like do the like a hand gesture, like when soldiers like stop, move forward, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him like speed, hurry up, double time gesture.
All right, are you doing this stealthy or?
I'm just doing it like out and open. I'm looking right at him. They saw me go talk to the guy.
All right, cool, no worries. So what do you guys do next?
I'm going inside.
All right.
Well, I think best thing to do is go inside, lock the doors, and we'll figure out what our next move is in this investigation. We're starting to get enough reports of doubles that we can start to make some conclusions, right? We know that they were in the house, so the first thing we do when we get in there is ask Elle where they were, where they walked around. I'll use my medicine check to look for DNA samples, not DNA, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Skin samples, and I can go ahead and compare them to mine to make sure they're not the exact same, or hairs that might be left behind. I can go ahead and do a quick look at those.
I have to find my brother.
Well, I mean, someone's already looking for him. They'll let you know.
He didn't do this.
I believe Miss Adria would like to find her brother before they do, is what she's getting at.
Right. But, I mean, he's clearly missing, right?
Well, they can't find him. Adri, how stealthy is your brother? Is he known to just disappear for hours on end?
Yeah, he's kind of sneaky.
Okay.
Also, my dad had to go do some stuff, so I thought it would be safest for Victor to stay at Blackstaff Tower, because that's where he goes to school. But I would assume they would have already checked for him there.
Yeah. Now the question is whether or not he left of his own volition or was taken by his double.
Well, now we definitely have to find him.
What did your dad go off to do?
I don't know. I don't know. He like goes off and does stuff sometimes.
Okay.
Well, that answers everything that I needed to know about that question.
I feel so much more informed.
Sometimes he goes and does things. Burp, burp.
Let's see. So it was when I asked him why a drow attacked me, and he said it was because of something he did. And I guess he was gonna look into it or something. And then that's when he told me to start staying here, and that, you know, Victor should stay somewhere else other than the manor as well.
Okay.
Maybe there's another elf girl named Shadri. And she's the shadow elf version You know what I mean? The drow version of Adri.
Well,
all right, so D-Walk, I want to do a roll. I want to do a medicine check and an investigation check. Okay.
All right.
Actually, I don't want to do an investigation check.
All right.
Because that is embarrassing. Okay. So let's just do a medicine. Is that cool?
That's fine. What are you entailing in the medicine check?
I'm looking for hair, like hair that you would have had like on, falling out of your head from scratching it, brushing against something, dead skin, fingernails, any type of residual biomatter that would have been left behind that I can compare to my own.
Wouldn't you already have to find it to compare it?
That's what I said. I would like to find it.
Oh, you want to use your medicine check to find things.
Right. I know how like the body is likely to react. So like if a person was to lift something heavy, I know whether or not the skin would tear. Like I'm not going to look on the floor like a detective would in his placement. I'm going to look for door handles on the edges of tables. If you remove something, if you grabbed cloth, I want to look for the pressure, the tensile strength of a hand. Or work with me, D-Walk. Don't make me roll an investigation.
I'm still trying to figure out how you were going to actually test skin cells to your own.
I can look at it too.
He's going to use the greatest,
You can use a bottle.
Well,
glass that will bend light, make things reflect when you. So you light two hairs, pull them tight across each other, and that can tell whether a person is older or younger. If they have the same hair color, root size. This is biology.
Yeah, but
you've got the greatest D&D detection equipment in all. It's right here. It's just your tongue. Just lick it. That's how you kill.
I mean, if you want to investigate, you could always go get Vincent and let him roll investigation.
Oh, yeah,
I would rather never
really
know another
at
thing as long as I live. And ask that little prick to come in here and tell me how to do my old job.
I bet Vincent is so good at investigating.
Whatever, get him there. Whatever. Someone else is going to have to ask for him.
I could resist.
No, it's fine. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea.
Dinner?
Oh, shit.
You to invite him over for a murder.
DM didn't say that. DM didn't say that.
You can totally invite him over if you want to do the investigation. In character, I'm not against that idea. As a player, all of you can die in a fucking fire that starts on the inside of your butts.
Does that mean we're not going to do the OnlyFans page together now?
No, we're definitely not. Actually, you know what? We are. And it's just going to, the whole week is going to be called D-Walk week, the first week. And I'm just going to be biting all of those tubes, those tubed meats.
Your OnlyFans will be called D&D.
D&D's?
Yeah. People will be tuning in expecting to be an OnlyFans dedicated to DM tips and
there are DM
how to create
tips.
characters.
Oh, there's
yeah, there's a tip, all right.
We're definitely going to go deep dungeon diving.
How do you think we make our money over here at D&D's? I got a whole collection of DM tips.
All right, so something else just occurred to me, and now I'm kicking myself in the ass for this.
Okay.
When we got attacked, there was more than one drow.
Yeah, there were two.
Right. And how many are locked up at the bottom of Zord's ship right now?
One.
Well,
you guys killed the other.
We killed the other one.
Oh, we did kill the other one.
Yeah.
I forgot we killed him. Shit. Okay.
But the one that got away could have been him, but it wasn't him, right?
No, the one that got away is the one that's on Zord's ship.
Okay, I was trying to figure out if we had them all accounted for, and we do. Okay, so that's at least self-contained. Okay.
Unless there was a third one that wasn't there with them.
Right. It was the one on the grassy knoll outside the manor.
Yeah, with the magic arrow.
In the getaway car.
While we're on the subject of this drow situation, did anyone else think it was weird that Captain Zord was perfectly fine with us showing up out of nowhere and saying, "Hey, can we look at your nimble rights?" And he didn't ask us why? He was just cool with us doing that?
Well, I imagine that if he's dressed the way that he's dressed in that picture of Zord that I posted the other day, he's just a really cool, laid back guy. I envision him to be an awful lot like Matthew McConaughey. He's just like, you want to look at my nimble rats? All right, all right, all right.
Nimble right, nimble right, nimble right.
Y'all want to look at my nimble rats? No, it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
You know what I like about
Well, you only
nimble
got one. I
rats?
got 3. You got to get those numbers up.
We keep getting older. Nimble rats stay the same age. That's a creepy fucking thing for.
That is a it's very.
Just so we're clear. Here. I think.
But
yeah, let's call the investigator. I can go get him if you'd like.
The
what?
investigator?
Barnabas?
No, the tiger guy.
Oh, Vincent Trench?
Yeah, that's where they're gonna find
Do
his body.
Do you want me to look around and find something for you?
Please.
Okay, what am I looking for?
We're looking for anything on door handles, doorknobs, under things that might be moved, boxes, corners of tables where someone might have sat on the edges of seats. Looking for his skin. We're looking for fibers. We're looking for hair.
I think, given that this is a medieval fantasy setting, it would be easier to find evidence of hair than skin samples.
Okay.
So, David, I would like to investigate and find hair samples.
All right.
Okay. I got a 14 investigation.
I could have done better than that.
Well, you didn't, did you?
I didn't roll it.
I'd like to roll a persuasion check, if I might, to see if I can convince the hair to tell us whose head it fell off of. Is that possible?
As crazy as that idea is, I'd love to see you roll it, but it ain't gonna work.
That's okay. I'd like to do a history check, if I may, to see if I can determine the life of that follicle and
Look,
learn its story.
As stupid
I
as it sounds,
roll
we're talking
an-
about a double, right? We're talking about a duplicate, right?
Well,
We're talking about a person whose biology should be very similar to mine, right?
well,
I'm
maybe it's like a doppelganger. Or
Then
a
it wouldn't
changeling.
exist, right? The hair would not stay permanent once removed from its body. So if we find hair, we know it's not a doppelganger.
Well, maybe not a doppelganger in the true sense, but it
Right.
is someone who looks exactly like you. I mean,
My point is that this is going to give us. Just let me worry about the medicine side of it. You guys worry about the finding the hair, okay?
All right.
I know what I'm doing over here. I'm gonna go back to brewing my weird colored potion. Jerks.
Okay. You do not find hair follicles. In fact, as you actually get around Kivier's tools, they're cleaner than what he keeps them.
Did you have that girl clean these for you?
Well, probably.
Um,
What time of night is it?
You guys are probably between 8 and midnight right about now.
She's probably gone. Yeah.
Kresk is in the corner sleeping.
Hey, I'm gonna wake him up.
Looks up. Hey, what's up,
Alicia-
boss?
Did Alicia clean the tools earlier?
I kind of told her after the bomb, since you weren't here, to just kind of like take the day off and check on her family.
That
Yeah,
might be a good place to look.
the whole fireball thing going off, she was pretty rattled when she got in.
Why would they have cleaned my tools?
Don't you pay her to learn
She wasn't here.
medicine stuff? Well, when was the last time you used them? Maybe she cleaned them like yesterday.
I usually check on it when. I mean,
You check your medicine tools every day.
Chris is
we're
like,
talking about
what are you guys tripping? Chris, like, what are you guys tripping on?
Things have been weird.
Like, how weird?
like two of me weird.
I've been here all day. I haven't seen anyone else come in.
When's the last time you saw me come in?
You left after the bombing this morning.
No one else came in since.
Not that I saw.
Can I do a insight check on him to see if he's
For sure.
being honest with me? Never mind. Just forget I even mentioned it.
All right.
He's a good guy. I don't know why I even asked.
If someone else wants to inside him, you can.
That might actually be something I'm useful at.
I got a 12.
I have a 19.
As far as you can tell, he's being honest. He actually likes the Raven. He likes you guys. You guys got him out of prison. He's trying to behave the best he can. He's like, yeah, I tried to go a couple days ago looking for a job, and nobody wants to pick up a dude with Xanathar tattoos to hire him for actual honest work.
I'm gonna take a look at his arm. How are the tattoos put on? They like
they're done needlework with I don't know, tattoo practices from that day and age.
so probably it's probably like a needle and an ink
Mm-hmm.
solvent. They hammer it in and pull the needle
All
out.
done with it's the whole beholder eyes on the arms.
Well, I don't know right off how to get rid of that, but if you give me a little while, maybe I could figure out a way to get rid of those.
I might have to just go get some new clothes and just only wear long sleeves from now on. Maybe grow my hair out to cover the one on the back of my head.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that being a bad idea.
So, and if hair grows through a tattoo straight? I don't know. I've never let it grow after I got that tattoo back there. I don't know how the hair would look.
Depends on how the tattoo was done. If it was done
Painfully.
by some guy in an alley, probably not.
It did get infected. That was pretty bad.
Well, you can repair the scar tissue.
Go.
If the follicle is dead, it's dead. See, I know a lot about hair. I'm an
There was one of you upstairs earlier, though. He's like, there was one of you guys upstairs earlier, though. I'm not sure who.
Someone was upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
What time?
Afternoon.
Elle,
I'm going upstairs.
You on the chalkboard is like, yes.
was anyone other than after we left earlier? Was anyone else here other than him?
Yes.
Who? Where? When?
Unseen.
But someone was here?
She writes 2.
2 people. An older one and a younger one? Oh, you couldn't see him. 2.
It's underneath it says different times.
Do you think maybe they're trying to set us up? Leaving evidence here so that if they investigate our house, they'll find something?
Well,
I've had this happen before.
if
Miss
people
Adri.
saw you, I'm not there. I went upstairs. Never mind.
Oh, that's right.
Rain,
Well, Miss Adri found that yellow ribbon in her room.
I'm talking about espionage here, right? This is more up your alley.
Well, I mean, I certainly suppose if you're trying to be framed, planting evidence is going to be in your toolbox of things to do. It's possible. But
We have to stop these people from being us.
well, the problem is that they're one step ahead of us. And I don't know if thinking like them is, going to necessarily get us any information on what we should do next. I mean, we're kind of working from behind here.
My reputation's ruined in this town. I mean, it's not good. But you guys are on the up and up, and so I use you guys to give me credibility. Now, if you guys get yours ruined, then I'm up shit creek again.
Well, then maybe the best thing to do, what are our options? We could potentially try and smoke them out and see if we can get the jump on them. Alternatively, although I believe most of the citizens would look at us like we were crazy, we could go around and start trying to warn the populace that there may be more than one of you running around doing things. And if they see you in an unfamiliar setup or a place you normally wouldn't go or doing something you normally wouldn't do.
Maybe we set a trap here.
Well, that works. I mean, what are we going to bait them with?
Nothing. It seems like they come back pretty regularly.
So we should just hang around here and wait for them to show up.
Well, maybe something not like a deadly trap, but just something to know they've come in. Maybe profile where they went to look, what they're interested in when they get here.
Would
They came
I?
back two different times today. Right?
No, agreed. I would imagine Rain has to have a connection somewhere with somebody who could potentially put a ward on the house to let us know whether or not someone comes in that's not us, or even, well, I don't know. We don't necessarily want to prevent them because that would kind of defeat the purpose, right? But if we were able to ward the house in some way such that maybe if they entered, then could not leave, that's an option.
Why would they have messed with? I'm still focused on my tools. Why would they mess with my tools? I didn't do anything with them.
More importantly, if you, well, you know your tools better than anybody else. You know this, that they're cleaner than they usually are, which is pretty impressive. But are they in any different position? Have they been moved? Have they been rearranged? Or are they exactly where they would normally be? Maybe someone. What I'm worried about is that someone's taken your tools and used them to do something, much in the same way of trying to frame you, and then brought them back cleaner than they were to hide the evidence that they were used.
Then they're not really framing me, right?
Well, I mean, if you have a specific medical tool that was used to disembowel someone, and you know, that could be a link.
D-Walk. I wanted to take the tools and I want to see how they were cleaned.
Ooh, maybe they replaced one of the tools so then they can use the one that they kept to like scry on you, because then they would have something of yours.
I'm thinking that maybe they're trying to set me up. Like maybe because I'm a doctor and I want to help sick people, maybe they poisoned the blade or they would have done something to it to make me kill the next person I work on.
Ooh.
I want to do a quick series of tests, right? Because that's our implication, right? We're all under the, we all think that what they're doing is trying to set us up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're committing crimes looking like us.
Well,
that's what they
like
did to
us.
Nimrod.
It's just been you
and your brother
and Victor. Yeah.
Right. Well, Kavir's going to do some studying of his tools. He's not the best doctor in the world, but he knows that fucking keeping things clean is important. And I wouldn't trust my cleanliness to another person. So I want to go ahead and do some quick tests. I have strips, right? I can lay down strips and tell if something's acidic or what. It's a basic alchemical system. I make potions. This is lay it on this to see if it's acidic, lay it on this to see if it's poison, lay it on this to see if it's fucking bacterial covered, what the thing was used to clean it. I'm going to try to determine. I won't even make potions tonight. I'm going to spend all of my time trying to figure out what was done to my tools.
Okay. While he does that, Rain will go up and check his portion of the house to see if anything's moved, changed, gone.
All right.
Adri's checking her floor.
Yeah. So Adri left upstairs sooner than Rain did.
My tubes. Sorry.
You go down there and they're all tied in knots.
Oh no.
My ding danglers and zing zanglers.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kavir the Raven, Rachel as Adri the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rain Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. And we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes. So stay tuned. Let's do an intro. What do you think?
All right.
And then I'm going to get naked and lay on the floor. I'm just kidding. I'm already naked. I'm just kidding.
That poor chair. That poor secret lab chair.
What are you talking about? Poor chair. Where's the chair? What? Lucky chair. My sweet ass on it. And hater. Rachel's a hater. People beg for my ass to touch them. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What are we talking about for this intro?